Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World review. Today we're taking a look at the Dino Trackers Danger Pack Tupandactylus. Yeah, I know this figure's been out for a while now, but I moved like over a month ago, and this is one of the figures I never got a chance to review. I actually boxed it away, and I was digging through stuff the other day, and I found this and another Danger Pack figure that slipped through the cracks. So we're just playing catch up on the channel now, trying to knock out these reviews. Now, I end up finding this figure at Stop and Shop. If you're from the New England area, that's a supermarket chain that's all over the place. I've also seen this at Best Buy and Walmart. So if you're still looking for them, they're still popping up on the shelves. You know, this review isn't the newest one. But anyways, let's go over the packaging really quick. Tupandactylus comes from the desert biome. We got blue and beta Dino Tracker logo down here. And we have pictures of the other figures available in the way of all these reviews. The last one I have to do from this set is this one right here. We'll get to that one hopefully in the next week or two, just to finish up all these reviews. So enough about the packaging. I don't know why my camera is hating me right now. Let's crack this open and take a closer look. And here is the Tupandactylus, the packaging. And I have to say, Mattel really nailed the head sculpt on this really bizarre pterosaur. It's actually related to Tupandactylus. The biggest glaring issue with this, like I had with the Dinosaur, they added teeth to this pterosaur when it did not have teeth. In the Dinosaur, they didn't give it teeth when it should have had it, so they're all over the place when it comes to depicting their pterosaurs. But as far as the head sculpt, I love how it turned out. It's pretty much accurate. Has a nice brown coloration for the whole body. You have that nice flamboyant crest, all decked out in bright red, highlighted by a light gray trim. The wings are really nicely painted. You have that nice cream color mixing in with that dark gray. All around a very, very cool looking figure. I just love how Mattel just cranks out obscure species after obscure species in the Jurassic World line to constantly keep it fresh. And now for some measurements, this figure has a 8-inch wingspan, or 20.3 centimeters, and 4.5 inches long from the tip of the beak to the tip of the feet, or 11.4 centimeters. So Tupandactylus is had a wingspan of 9.8 to 13.1 feet, or 3 to 4 meters. So I'll put this figure somewhere in the 115 to the 119 scale range. And now let's zoom and take a look at some of the finer details on this figure, starting with this really gnarly looking head crest. Topagera, type pterosaurs had really flamboyant head crest and is beautifully captured on this figure. Like I said, this is a very accurate looking head sculpt for Tupandactylus, other than it having teeth. Right here, this is the actual crest that is highlighted in that light gray, and then you had this membrane in between it, which gave it a really, really cool look. I just love all that red paint, and it really makes this figure pop. You do have the eye painted orange with a black pupil. The orbit is decked out in dark gray paint, and you have a little bit on this fenestra right here with the nostril sculpted, just a little bit of dark brown. You have some dark gray for the beak, and open the mouth up, we get the very, very inaccurate teeth, and we do have the tongue painted in a nice classic pink color along with the gums. Roof of the mouth is just the standard dark gray. Here's a view of the underside. You can see that some really nice paint apps on this figure. The main line is really, really not known for its paint apps. And then going down to the body's cast in this dark brown coloration. That is my wedding band just scraping all over the place on the studio. And let's pop the back open for the scan code. For those who want to scan this into the Fax app, there's no picno fibers on this figure. The Dinosaur did have that. And then going down to the wings, are nicely sculpted. You have this nice cream color transition to this nice dark gray. Got the hand claws sculpted nicely right here. Toe claws legs are all nicely sculpted. Here's a view from the underside. No paint on the underside of this figure whatsoever other than the beak. But yeah, all around really, really happy how this figure turned out. It's a very, very cool and bizarre looking species. Now for articulation, mouth can close completely flush. It actually looks pretty good that way. Mouth can open up really wide. You do have a hinge right here for downwards and upwards movement. It can rotate 360 degrees. Wings can move up and they can move down that far, and you do get 360 degrees rotation on that joint. For the legs, they move pretty much in tandem. You get some nice up and down movement on those. So yeah, articulation is pretty basic, but it does work for these pterosaurs, if my camera could focus in on them. And now for some measurements, here it is with Robert Muldoon. The Robert Muldoon is a 3 3/4 inch figure, so he's around 118 scale. So this figure, clocking in that 115 to 119 scale, does scale pretty well with the human figures. Let's do a few pterosaur figures. Here it is with the Hammer Collection Geosternbergia, and that was the Ornithokyrus fallen. And let's bring out Mr. Ornithokyrus. Here it is with that. And for one more pterosaur, here it is with a toothed pteranodon. And let's end this on a couple of dinosaur figures. Here it is with a Mattel raptor. And lastly, let's do it with the Rex. Here it is with the 93 classic Red Rex. So final thoughts on Tupandactylus. I think it's a really good figure. It has a nice, accurate head sculpt other than having teeth. It's a nicely painted figure. It's nice to see some of these mainline figures actually getting decent, cohesive paint jobs. Just that red on the crest really makes this figure popped in as I just smack it with my fingers. So yeah, really cool figure. Yes, and yet again, sorry for the late review. Just had a lot going on around here the last couple of months. So I'm just trying to play catch up now. I still got one more figure from this Danger Pack wave to review, and I should be caught up with that. Got some PNSO and Holland good figures coming in. Probably in a couple more months, we'll have the last of the Wave 3 Beast of Mesozoic Tyrannosaur. So stay tuned for all that fun reviews. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.